he gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody in the world, would you use it?
Yes.
Go smash Drake.
He know who I'm smashing. Yeah, I'm gonna go smash Drake.
Why Drake?
Just because I think that he's sexy and I like his music. Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less. He looks good and his music is fire. Like he's an idol. Like he's an idol.
I'm an idol too.
He's somebody worth smashing.
I'm an idol too.
Okay.
You are. You're my idol.
Music. All right, bet.
All right, yeah.
All right, we're good then.
Yeah.
What if she gave you a guilt-free pass?
If I had a guilt-free pass, would I use it?
He's trying to act like he don't have somebody in mind, but I feel like he does.
If the guilt-free pass meant that I was about to get $1 million, I'd use it. But I'm not thirsty to go smash any other women.
All right.
Like she's thirsty to go smash Drake.
I'm not thirsty. He asked me a question and I answered it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Does the perfect man exist? I don't know yet. I have a man right now that spoils me, but I don't want to date him. Why not? He's 5'6". I don't even want to touch him, so...
Okay.
So yeah, he's just buying me like Cartier, and I'm like, thank you.
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not.
Everywhere you go, you're an anomaly. You're the original anomaly. And all this time, I have been the only one holding it all together.
Miguel, go easy on him.
You don't belong here. You never did. Has no idea what he's doing. And I'm about to do this. Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
War isn't a game, girl.
That's funny. Soldier 76 said the same thing.
You spend your second chance at life walking a lonely road. No one cares, monk. Someone always cares. You must simply seek them out. I shouldn't be surprised you took his side.
You never gave me much choice. Wanna know what Martina's been up to?
Not interested.
That's not what my tracker says.
Are you ever tempted to contact your wife?
No.
Afraid she would try to kill you?
I'd be surprised if she didn't.
Your body seems to be adapting well to the changes, Gabriel.
This is what you call well.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antione Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, turn on all notifications so that you know when I have a whole new video up. And also, you can share and comment below. Today's video is going to be about... Oh, God. This thing's going to be giving me problems right now. Today's video, or tonight's video, is going to be about when you are not her first choice. And yes, this can apply to women as well, except for in women's cases. While you can go through the same thing once again, if you are playing the game, as long as you get married, been with him for a while, and he's productive, you get walk-away money, especially if you have some kids. You have some walk-away money. Now, I think a lot of you should watch who you have kids with, because a lot of times you have kids with total psychos. But that's another story. Anyway, this is more for men, but women can also listen. When you are not her first choice, she will be acting off the chain. She will be entertaining other men, especially in front of you. I believe all women kind of do that to a certain degree, and they can cover it up and say things as, oh, we're just friends. Okay, fine. But when you're spending a lot of one on one time with that friend, he may start feeling like he has a chance, and the boyfriend or the husband may not say anything, but in the back of their mind, they will wonder, is that dude smashing my woman? Does he like her? I think he does. And that's not to get paranoid saying that women can't have friends or men can't have friends. You can have friends, but responsibly and not in ways that's uncomfortable to your partner or to your spouse or to whatever you want to call whatever you two have going on. So I have some clips right now that I'm going to share, and we're going to get to the bottom of when you are not her first choice, what you should do, which I think you should definitely leave. And that's the number one thing to do in most situations. If a woman's hitting you, if the woman's disrespecting you, if the woman's flirting in front of you, like that video that I did before that I did not say, just leave the woman. But in my case, I would leave when a woman's doing certain things like that, but then I would come back. And of course I would get her back, but that turns into a game. I would like to get with a woman that doesn't test the boundaries of how she's going to disrespect me. But I think that has a lot to do if I am her ideal choice. So let's begin.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
The double booking. Now, to be fair, women learn this from certain types of men that have done this. Usually Chad and Tyrone and players will do this particular thing because they have a abundance or a lot of other women that they come across that's interested in them, or they have the gift of gab on top of being the type of man that the woman wants. Usually with the height, maybe with what he has going on in his life, his status, like if he's a musician, an athlete, he's going places. Those types of men, I think, usually will have a rotation of women that they will be talking to more than one. Now, understand to a certain degree why they do this. The same way, like this woman here, she wanted to go out. She texted one guy, the guy did not respond. So she was like, let me text my second option and see if he's available. Unfortunately, it seems like both of them was under the assumption that they both had date night in a particular way. And this is why I've never done that, because I know I have that weird type of luck. Like, I'm really lucky at times, but I have that weird type of luck that I'll be trying to juggle women. I'll ask one out, and maybe she'll say, oh, she can't go, but it'll be some weird that she could pop up and show up. And I'll ask somebody else, and she will come, and then the other person will come. I could see that happening to me. That's why I've never done that particular thing right there. Now, I believe women do it, and this doesn't always happen in a way that they'll get busted or caught, because I'm assuming they'll be going to different places. That right there was a lucky thing. And plus, that was I guess, a television thing. So it doesn't always play out like that. And a lot of times when people are juggling people, they've been doing it for a while. They didn't just start doing it. So what usually will happen, I guess, is both people will show up at the same place or bumping each other and they'll be with somebody else, and then they'll be like, "Oh snap, what do I say?" or something. So I already explored why sometimes people do this, and women started doing this because they saw men start doing this, but not all men was doing this. As I say, the players in Chad and Tyrone was doing this. Men that have a surplus of uh, women to choose from. Now, women that have a lot of guys to choose from, they may not have a roster of guys, but as some are is bold enough to say that I have a 200 or 1,000 body count, there has to be women out there that's doing this particular thing here. Or like a woman that told me one time, she told me she can never find one man to fulfill everything that she needs. So she has a man to drive her around. She has a man for shopping, one to travel, one to be smashing her brains out, because not all of them can always do all the things that she needs. And she was like, okay, looking. She was heavier than I would like, but yet she had men pursuing her. So, long story short, right here. If a woman has an option of men that she's playing around with, then you are not it. Maybe maybe you have a quality that she likes. And that's something I never really explored with women, that you're not their first choice, but they're still entertaining you. And sometimes they will even walk to the altar and marry you. You have certain qualities that they like, but you are not the exact person that they want to be with. Because I always think now having the experience and going through certain things, women won't do certain things when they're with the man that they really want to be with, because they won't be entertaining other guys, they won't be disrespecting you, they won't be trying to tear you down, they won't do things that would make that man that they really want just walk away. Okay, so I have another clip here, but this is one to say what you should be looking for if the woman picks you as her first choice.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Do you have a car?
Yes, I do.
Would you date a man who didn't have one?
Absolutely. Who gives a fuck about any of that shit? Genuinely, who gives a fuck? No one gives a fuck what you drive. No one gives a fuck what you wear. If you're a good person and if you're the right fucking dude, you'll find the right fucking guy. I mean women.
Hold on. So if you met a man out here and then he told you, yo, I don't have a whip, you'd still want to take it further?
I say you need a ride to the airport? I got you.
You pick him up for the first date too?
Of course.
If I made 50K, would that be enough for you?
No girl that actually gives a shit gives a fuck about how much you make a year.
So why do so many women make money the main point?
Because they're not the one. Your wife doesn't give a shit about how much you make a year, let me tell you.
So you think you're wifey?
I'm wifey for the right man, but honestly, to all you single men out there, if you're tripping about how much you make, don't worry about it, because the right girl is not going to give a shit, because she's going to like you because you're an awesome person.
Well, this is why we don't judge a book by its cover. This is why I always try to not let one thing turn me off with a woman. Like, for example, I'm not really into tattoos, but if the woman has a genuine heart, we have a connection, meaning we don't have to try too hard to have a conversation, to laugh, to basically just have a good time. If she has maybe a tattoo, even if she has green hair, if those other things are on point, and of course, because I'm going to be realistic, I'd be physically attracted to the woman, which usually definitely her body and her face or something, and I'd rather her hair not be too short. But once again, I know sometimes God, the big G, is funny. He'll send you a person that has everything that you want except one thing. In a woman's case, he might have everything that you want, but he's not driving. Okay? In my case, it might be the woman has shorter hair than I would not really care for, but she's hitting on everything else. So that is where I don't get so caught up in certain things if the other stuff is on fire basically. Now the thing is though, she's like 21, so she's still young. She hasn't been really scarred too much. And I think this is another reason why a lot of times men prefer to usually go with women that's a little younger, because when women get older, yes, they get wiser, but they also get bitter. They get bitter, and then they start forming that list because it didn't work out with the Chad and Tyrone or those men that was their first choice. So when they get with men that's not really their choice, that's where the list comes. And to men out there, that is always the easiest way to tell if you are not it. Now, I know sometimes we get mesmerized because the woman is super attractive, but yes, she's giving you some attention, giving you some hope, like those women that entertain men. But at the same time, you are having a real hard time climbing up the hill or the mountain to gain her affection or her love or her time or her attention. If it's like that, just leave that woman alone. Usually when they are acting like that, I have no problem walking away. It's those women that can straddle the line of give me just enough attention and also give me those things that I'm looking for in a woman, with conversation and laughs and good time. But at the same time, it's that hot and cold type of thing. Those women are the women I have to look out for, because those are the women that's just leading you on and you are still not it. She just don't want to burn all her bridges. She learned enough to not burn all her bridges right there. So you want to really get a woman that thinks like this, but you're looking at her and being like, oh, she's dressed like this and her hair's like that, and maybe she even talks a certain kind of way, but yet her heart is in the right place. And for me, that's always the most important thing, because that's the hardest thing to find with a lot of people that's trying to pretend to be something that they are not. I have another video here about, well, actually, this is a clip. And before I forget, when you are that man for that woman, she won't care if you're driving. She won't care if you are a certain height. She won't care if you work a certain job. That's another reason how to know if that woman's really into you. Because if she's not really into you, you're not going to be able to get that type of thing. And you want the woman to have this type of energy right here.
It's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Men from across the world love this clip right here with this woman, because you have to understand, which I understand. A lot of men is taking it to that raunchy area, and women was like, oh my God, I never. But the main thing of why we love this particular thing that this woman is saying, because she's one of the few women of saying what she's going to do for her man, even though it's with that. She could say something like baking a cake or bring them something to work. I'm pretty sure that right there would have been appreciated as well. But because a lot of men seem to be going through droughts in their marriages with their women, this right here definitely has to be on the top of what men usually want with a woman, that intimacy or that sexual healing, okay, that women will do in the very beginning of the relationship when they're trying to tie you down. And then once you get married, and especially after kids, which I understand. As a man, I can't have kids, so I don't know how it wrecks your body and mind to the women out there for you to recover and then to have that same vigor for your husband. Now, at the same time, I see women that do still have that same energy even after, because they'll have kid after kid after kid. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen to all women, but does that have something to do when the woman is not really attracted to the man and that you are not her first choice? Okay? I do think when men are having this problem, and since have heard women say that they got married to a man and say that, well, I never really loved them anyway. Now, she could be saying that just to be mean or spiteful, but with some women, because other women have told me what other women have said, they have to mean that shit. This is why I'm so paranoid with dating now, that unless if the woman is having that hook to energy at the gate when we are getting to know each other, and she looks at, and unless if she looks at me like this right here.
The last time we spoke on the red carpet together, you told us that you were very excited to meet Robert Downey Jr.
What was the first thing you ever remember fangirling over?
Robert Downey Jr. Anything to do with Robert Downey Jr. I love him.
Did you ever get to meet him?
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've created so much hype around this man, and I've been really good about normalizing how I am with famous people, but I can't bring RDJ out of God level in my head. And so I can't even create the perfect scenario of how I want to meet him. So it's never going to be perfect in real life. So why would I do that to myself?
Whoa. You know Robert Downey Jr. is going to watch this video, right?
I'm sure he is. I know he knows I exist. That's good enough for me.
You really know how to make me cry when you give me those.
Okay, not to the extreme. I wouldn't want her to be super nervous around me or never want to really meet me because she would be scared that it would not live up to what's in her head. But I'd rather go in a relationship that a woman is already thinking of me like that than for her to be thinking of me like, you're okay, I'll choose you for now until the better one comes along. And also for her to look at you like this. Now, I've been lucky to have a couple of women look at me like this, but at the same time, that did not last forever. One did last for a significant amount of time, but it wasn't perfect, and it was a lot of drama with that one. Now, the other one did, but see, that's the only thing. You want a woman to feel strongly for you. You want her head to be like she's in the sky when she thinks about you. Because if she doesn't, you're going to get certain type of behavior. The only thing about that is sometimes a woman, either she can fake it or she can psych herself up to do it, or it could be a thing of she has this perfect idea of you and you have to live up to it. But at the same time, she will have flaws and things wrong with her that, well, I can only speak from my experience. But when I had a woman that looked at me in a certain light, she had a lot of flaws. And I let certain things go. But at the same time, it was like, is I'm going to keep letting it go and end up being a sucker? So I would begin to reflect back what she's doing, and obviously she did not like it. So I guess that would destroy the picture of her, the picture that she has of me. What I would say with women that date a man like me, the same type of love and affection and honesty that you want of the man, you do it also. And not just saying that you will do it, but act that and be that every day, all the time. But I think it's impossible to be like that if you have negative friends around you. And that's the scary thing about women sometimes. Yes, I know men can fool women, but a woman can give the same type of energy if she really likes you at the time. She'll abandon her toxic friends, toxic traits, put on her best um, representation of being a good person, and then that's not really her. Now, whether she gets tired of being that and then she slides back into being what she wants to be, or either her feelings fade for you because she expects you to be perfect, and when you don't be perfect, then it loses its luster. Like that woman that says once you stop doing certain things like good morning text, it'll start this this mudslinging list will start to form of why she is starting to fall out of love with you. So that's the only weird thing right there. But if you're going to deal with women, period, you want her to pitch you up there, not down there, almost not even equal as well, because when she looks at you on the same level or down near, you get that long list of things that she wants you to do. And then you may get married and have kids with her and find out later she never really loved you at all. But if she puts you up there, you will at least get a good, loving woman, at least for a while, until those feelings fade. So that's the only thing with that right there. I haven't met a woman that sustains that in the relationship that I've been in, but I have seen women that does keep that up to men that they are in relationships with. The only thing though, it seems like a lot of times, sometimes it's the bad dudes that get that type of treatment. Now, I've got good treatment for women too, but not sustainable, not for a long length of time. But some men, like this right here,
You wouldn't really try riding after 3 weeks, would you? The doctor said 3 to 4 months with no weight on it.
I don't know. Turn up the TV, will you?
I don't want you riding. Yeah, it scares me, especially this soon after surgery. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Oh, I get worried.
I should just go. I'm just gonna leave.
What?
No, it's better. You'd be better
Stop.
off
Stop it.
not having to take care of me, worry about me.
No. No.
When I heal up, I leave.
Ay. Now that's a movie. I forget, it's some motorcycle movie with Tom Hardy, and I don't know this actor or this actress name that's in there, but I know the love story between those two that was pictured. Unfortunately, a lot of times I notice women put it all out there for those bad dudes. Like, they really go to bat for them through thick and thin. And not to say that he's a bad dude, but this is a good example of a guy that's like decent, but he's hanging with a bad crowd and he's getting into certain things, which that's influencing how his life is going to turn out. Now, at the same time, I have not seen that movie, but I'm pretty sure he's sweet and he's good to her, and she's devoted to him. She just doesn't like the fact that he's in that particular lifestyle. And see, that's another thing that we don't never explore neither. That's how a lot of times people get involved with those bad boys or bad girls. In my case, with getting with the bad girls, it was always was a thing of I see some good in them. They are usually good to me. It's just that they can't resist the call to the streets. Even with the woman that I married, I can't really say she was a bad girl. But however, she had one foot in the streets, and not in the streets in a way that some of you would think, but as far as being in like the music thing, entertaining other dudes. I know she would deny this, but however, though, I have like tons of evidence. And it was always almost like when she goes out, because she was very attractive when she was younger, but whenever she would go out around our area where she lived or something, she would always come back with some new guy friend that she just met. Now, sometimes the guy might have helped her with carrying some groceries or something, and I didn't know she was going to get that much stuff. I thought she was going to get just a couple of things. Maybe I was doing something. And of course, I always try to give a person room to breathe. But at the same time, she's always bringing back a stray puppy all the time. That's another conversation, and that's why I think with that relationship right there, some things that she did, I do think I was one of her top choices, maybe her second choice. I know I wasn't her first choice, but I know I wasn't, just because of the fact that some of the things that she did go through with me. I know I wasn't on the bottom, but at the same time, I don't think I was her first choice, because otherwise I don't think she would have been entertaining all those other men. Okay, I don't think she would have been doing that. And not to say that she was sleeping with all those guys, it just was those guys wasn't there for nothing. Most of them liked her and thought that they had a chance. And that's the thing that I hate that a lot of women do. And that's why I shared that last video, which that was an extreme example, but the other example with the situational shifts is exactly how a lot of women be moving, especially white women, be moving innocently with the guys that are their friends and stuff. But I do think, like at the very beginning, that woman that wanted to smash Drake, you would not say that if you was with your number one choice. Would she say, if she was with Drake, would she say, well, I wish I would smash Future? No, she would be all dialed-eyed. Now, because that woman right there is that man's type, he kind of pit up with that. You have to go all the way back in the beginning. But it was a video that the guy asked the woman who she would she want to smash, and she said Drake. Now, that's what I hate about those types of questions, and when women ask in that type of way, because to be honest, if they was in love with the guy and that's their type of guy, they don't want to hear him saying he would want to smash some other woman, or if he was given a guilt-free pass or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I wish people stop playing those games. But once again, I think a lot of people are getting with people that they are not really into. Men will do it because, of course, they just want somebody to smash. So men do it too. But women will do it, and they will go all the way to get married and even having kids with a guy, because, of course, they get walk away money, and maybe the guy does have a good job, but like that white woman said that the guy was 5'6", that she would not even want to even touch him. Why is she even entertaining or going out with him? That's the scary thing about what women will do. But if they're acting like those women that I just showed, the ones that was acting positive, You want a woman that is acting and thinking like that. So I'm going to end this video right now because I have to go now and I'm getting tired. But women, treat your men better. If that man is not it for you, then leave him the hell alone. Men, if you see these signs of women doing things that are disrespecting and hurting you, you have to make that hard choice to leave her. Hopefully you didn't have kids with her, and if you did have kids, well, I guess try to make it work out. I'm telling you, it's going to end up bad if she meets that guy or comes across a feeling, because that's something too before I leave. Some women are chasing a feeling, not exactly a person. So if they get a feeling with another, well, if she's a woman and she gets a feeling with another woman, another man, a dog, a cat, a job, whatever it is, if she gets a feeling with something else, then she will leave you high and dry. You don't want to deal with that. So give me a like and subscribe and have a great night. And thanks for being here. I really appreciate it.
What's wifey material to you?
Her. Everything that she is.
That's really cute.
Do you think you're wifey material?
For Luca, yeah.
Do anything for him?
Yeah, I would do anything.
How long have you two been together?
Like a year and 2 months.
Do you guys want to split 50-50 or do you prefer to be a stay-at-home mom?
In terms of income, it's complicated because I want to be a surgeon. That makes a lot of money.
I know that like at a certain point I want to go to Harvard Law and like I'm gonna have to support her and like help her for a little bit, but she's also gonna be a neurosurgeon, so like that's gonna help out a lot.
You're gonna be the breadwinner at first?
Yeah, at first and then later on.
And then you might end up surpassing him?
Oh, like by a lot.
When you do finally surpass him in income, do you think that would change the relationship at all?
No.
Money is like not at all a factor in love.
No.
What about some of the household stuff? Who does more chores?
He's better at cooking. I would clean more. I cannot cook for anything.
I feel 50-50.
He's like a great chef. I'll do anything he wants and he can cook and it'll be even.
It seems like you guys have a really healthy relationship. I like that.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Dollar bills, keep you falling from me. I love the way I feel, boss. Some money, dropping on my money. Drop some money on a special yummy, yeah. Drinking, right at things I like. More, buy, stopping in my ass tonight. Some money, dropping on my money.
Relax. Chill to the next episode.
Wait, what's that? Let's turn that up. Have a cart, please. More smoke. Clear.